All right, let's get into it. Today, we're digging into the weekend edge to figure out exactly why Wall Street seemed to hit the panic button last week. Something big shifted, and we're going to break down what exactly had everyone so spooked. And really, that phrase says it all. Ran for cover. That was the headline story. The whole mood on the street just soured. It was this huge, dramatic shift where investors started dumping anything that looked risky and just scrambled for safety. And here's the official term for it, a risk-off tone. This phrase just nails it. It means that suddenly fear was in the driver's seat, not greed. People weren't thinking about hitting home runs anymore. They were just trying to protect what they had.
All right, so the market got nervous. But why? Let's dig in and find the culprits. What actually sent things spinning?
So it turns out it wasn't just one thing. It was more like a perfect storm of three big fears. First, you had all this chatter, this growing nervousness about a potential AI bubble. On top of that, inflation worries started creeping back in. And then, the real kicker. Some of the big tech bellwethers, Oracle and Broadcom, came out with these really weak outlooks. And investors saw that as a huge red flag, like the canary in the coal mine for the whole tech sector. Okay, so this risk-off feeling, it had to land somewhere, right? And boy, did it hit big tech hard. The absolute darlings of the market suddenly found themselves right in the crosshairs. So let's take a look at the casualties. And this is fascinating. You have this same general fear, this idea that all this cash being thrown at AI might not actually turn into profits anytime soon. But look how it played out differently for two of the biggest giants. For NVIDIA, which has been on an absolute tear, it was mostly just people taking profits off the table. But for Google, it was a double whammy. You had the AI fears plus a brand new regulatory headache. And you can really see the impact here. Oof, NVIDIA, Google, and Meta, they all got inducted into the -4% club for the week. And you have to remember, for companies this massive, a 4% drop in just a few days, that is a huge pullback. We're talking about billions and billions of dollars in value. Just gone. And the pain didn't stop there. It was pretty widespread, actually. Microsoft took a hit because of those cloud worries. Amazon, poof, all the good news from their record Black Friday sales just evaporated. But here's the really crucial part for traders. Both Meta and NVIDIA fell below their 200-day moving average. Now, if you're not familiar, that's like a major long-term health indicator for a stock. And breaking below it, that's a huge red flag. It's a signal that the bears might really be taking control. And listen, this wasn't just some abstract fear floating around in the market. There were real-world events driving this too. Take this, a massive $2.5 billion settlement that Amazon had to pay the FTC. That's real money, and it's a very stark reminder of the kind of regulatory heat these big tech companies are constantly facing. Okay, but it wasn't all doom and gloom. In that sea of red, were there any safe places to hide? Let's talk about the couple of stocks that actually managed to buck the trend. So the big question is, did everything get dragged down? And the answer, which is really interesting, is a big no. And where things didn't fall, well, that tells you a lot about where the real strength in this market is hiding right now. So first up, Apple, look at this. It was basically flat for the week. And let me tell you, in a market like last week's, flat is the new up. That is a huge win. And why? Well, it just weathered the storm. It had these incredibly strong fundamentals, like killer iPhone sales in China, and technically, it held a super important support level. It really was a port in the storm. But then there was the one undisputed champion of the week, a stock that didn't just survive the bloodbath, it actually thrived. It posted a really impressive 3% gain while everyone else was running for cover. And of course, that winner was Tesla. What a week for them. It was just an incredible display of what traders call relative strength. I mean, think about it. It gets hit with a downgrade from a major bank, it dips 4%, and then just comes roaring right back. It even kind of hilariously benefited from a rival's AI event, which just ended up reminding everyone how far ahead Tesla is. By the time Friday rolled around, it was hitting fresh new highs. Just amazing. So the big question is, what do you do with all this information? What does it mean for the week ahead? Well, the analysis breaks it all down into a really clear, actionable playbook. Right, so after seeing all of that, the good, the bad, and the ugly, where are the biggest opportunities? The report takes everything into account.
the news, the technicals, the strength, and ranks them. So let's see the final verdict. And there it is. No surprise at the top, right? Tesla's just insane momentum puts it at number 1 as a buy, with resilient Apple right behind it. But then look at the other side of the coin. All that technical damage we talked about, it puts NVIDIA and Google right at the top of the sell list. And, you'll notice way down at the bottom, that risk-off feeling also hit crypto, which we should probably take a quick look at.
Yeah, for anyone watching crypto, it was basically a story of, well, nothing. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum were just kind of stuck. They couldn't break through these key price ceilings, couldn't get any real rally going. The whole technical picture for both is still pointing down, which is exactly why they landed on the sell side of that playbook.
And so that's what it all comes down to for the week ahead. It's really the million-dollar question, isn't it? Do the leaders like Tesla and Apple keep on leading? Or is this the moment the beaten-down tech giants like NVIDIA and Google finally find their footing and bounce back? That's the big tug of war everyone's going to be watching. We'll just have to wait and see which side wins.